Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1 is a little over halfway through, and the storyline is starting to tie up some loose ends. In the most recent Oathbound quest, we found out that Stellan the entire time has been working for the Shapeless Man, who a lot of us are theorizing to be the Nothing.
As we proceed, I must offer another confession. I came to the Oathbound at the order of the Shapeless Man.
Called it!
He yearns for a rift gate, and if we fail, he may destroy us.
But that's not what people are the most interested about. The big plot twist of Oathbound Part 3 is that Amie took control over an A.I.M robot, one of the robots that we saw all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 6. And I think the reason why people are so fixated on the storyline beat is because of what it implies. Instead of traveling to the last reality, is Amie about to travel through time? Could Amie actually be Fortnite's first time traveler? First off, let's look at Amie's goal. Her goal is to save the scientist in the present, not in the past. So Amie has no intention of traveling through time. Also, I don't believe the last reality has any intention to send her to the past. Think about it like this: the Nothing or the last reality has been trying to antagonize Amie to come through the rift gate, to come to them, not to go to a previous point in the past. They're trying to get her to save the scientist, but why? What reason would the Nothing have to want to grab Amie? Does the last reality plan on making Amie a herald for the Nothing? Or do they want the information that's inside of her brain? Because the scientist has been a captive of the last reality for so long, it would stand to reason that they might have some suspicion on who Amie is. Amie probably has a wealth of data and research that the scientist has had on the 0 point, and probably even data on the Imagined Order. I can see it completely plausible that the last reality would want access to Amie to grab her hard drive so they can get data on their enemies. But we're getting a little off track here. Let's go back to the idea of Amie traveling through time. The Rift Gate itself is not a time machine. It's a teleportation device that allows one to travel through the Omniverse. Now, one might be able to argue that a person could potentially travel through time as a result of the Rift Gate, but that hasn't been proven yet. Also, we know the plans for the Rift Gate came from the last reality, so why would the last reality want to create a device which would allow their enemy to potentially go back in time and alter the course of history? To me, it doesn't make much sense that the last reality would intentionally give their enemies access to something that could put their plans in jeopardy and alter history. Now, everything that I've said so far is assuming that the story is going to remain linear, that Fortnite is trying to lead us in a specific direction with the story. However, they could throw us for a loop. What if I'm wrong? What if the Rift Gate somehow does malfunction and Amie unintentionally goes back in time? The issue I have with that theory is that on the new version of the A.I.M bot that we see, Amie has tied her hard drive to the side of the robot's head. But looking back at the original A.I.M bot from Chapter 1, there is no hard drive taped there. Now, there is a counter argument to this. You could argue that maybe the hard drive that's on the side of the A.I.M robot's head is there to upload Amie's consciousness, not to permanently stay there. If Amie's actually going to travel to the last reality, she realizes that she's gonna face some interference once she goes up against whatever soldiers they have there. And just to have a hard drive taped to the side of your head does not mean that it's going to stay there amongst all the conflict. Amie's gonna need a more secure way to maintain control over the A.I.M body. So it's reasonable to conclude that maybe she's trying to upload herself into the robot body. If that is the case, then it is possible that the Rift Gate could malfunction and Amie could be Fortnite's first official time traveler. But if that's true, what would that mean for the Fortnite story? What did Amie do in the past that led to these course of events happening? Or would she realize that she's in the past, and would she try to alter the Fortnite timeline? Was she the one who originally gave Sergeant Winter the prototype for all of the original A.I.M robots, creating a time loop? Also, could Amie have gotten into contact with the scientist and tried to warn him ahead of time? Could she have been the reason why the Amie AI was created in the first place? Because if you remember, she said that she was the third iteration of the Amie AI.
I'm not like the first 3 unreleased test Amies.
At the end of the day, guys, this story could go a multitude of different ways, but I want to know from you, where do you think the Fortnite storyline is going, and what do you think is the most plausible outcome out of all of the different data that we've looked at so far? Leave a comment down below, and if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check out this video right here. It goes over what the concept for Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2 might be. I love you guys, and I'll catch you soon. Peace out.